Today I corner the evil god at last. This time, let's see where you escape. Before I strike, Olivia's furious voice stops me. Leon, you faithless man, you sleep with me, flee afterward, and still call yourself a man? I turn toward her and answer honestly. Olivia, abandoning you is never my intention. My feelings for you remain completely sincere. Back then, one urgent matter requires me to leave and handle it alone. Olivia rejects the excuse. Raising Tina alone for 4 years is painfully difficult. My anger fades immediately. All right, Olivia, I am sorry. Everything is my fault. Olivia refuses to soften. Of course it is your fault. Admitting it changes nothing. I sigh. Then what else must I do? Tina tugs at my sleeve and complains that she is hungry. Her mother points toward me. Starting today, you raise your daughter, find her food and drink. I freeze under the sudden responsibility. Childcare is beyond me. I am a cultivator, not a nurse. The mother refuses every excuse. Handle it yourself, I finally reveal. 4 years ago, I fall in battle and reincarnate. My memories return only today. She remains unmoved, while Tina waits for her meal. I fumble around while Olivia drives me onward. Stop standing there and hurry up. Faced with this tiny child, I have no idea what to do. Tina looks at the chaos and complains. Mom, what kind of terrible father have you found for me? Her judgment lands harder than any attack. Tina starts ordering me around before I gather myself. I raise a hand. How many times must Dad say this? Stop giving me orders. She pouts. Tina wants something delicious. The village offers only wild plants and roots, barely enough to fill her stomach. A better answer waits on the mountain. I promise, Dad will bring something special. You will like it, and it will strengthen your body. Tina watches doubtfully as I leave to find fresh beast milk. Tina doubts me immediately. What good thing can you possibly find? More wild vegetables and tree roots. I reject that insult. Of course not. A female red flame tiger on the mountain has recently given birth, so fresh tiger milk must be available. Her eyes widen at the name. I explain. That milk is a tremendous tonic. It is perfect for strengthening your body and laying your cultivation foundation. Tina repeats. A red flame tiger? Then she bursts into laughter at my supposedly ridiculous plan. Tina laughs as though I am still dreaming. Do you even know what a red flame tiger is? I shrug. Is it not simply a tiger? She lectures me without mercy. How ignorant. The red flame tiger is a level 5 beast. Do you understand what level 5 means? Its strength splits mountains and shatters stone, while its flames can boil forests. Even ordinary practitioners take a detour upon seeing one. Her gaze sweeps over my powerless appearance. And you think a mortal can take its milk? I scold her attitude. Little girl, is that any way to speak to your father? Her warning fails to frighten me. What is so special about a level 5 beast? Your father can handle it easily. Tina scoffs at my boasting. If you truly bring tiger milk back from a level 5 red flame tiger, then Tina will admit you are fairly impressive. The wager gives me exactly the opening needed. Is that promise genuine? My daughter lifts her chin and confirms it. I smile. Good. Remember every word. She waves me away and warns that one slap from the beast may kill me. I point toward the house. Wait here. Dad will return with tiger milk. Behind me, she mutters that a reckless mortal is rushing toward death. Her concern is unnecessary. A level 5 beast poses no danger to me, especially in this world where every ancient verse remembered from my former life can command spiritual power. This world cultivates through literary combat. Everything memorized during my previous life carries power here. Every word, poem, and ancient article can stir rivers and seas while commanding the spiritual energy of heaven and earth. With that gift, I am practically invincible. Deep on the mountain, I finally find the red flame tiger guarding its newborn. I approach without fear. I only need to borrow some milk. The beast answers with naked hostility, making peaceful communication impossible. Since reason fails, I release the force hidden inside my words. Spiritual energy surges around the mountain and crushes its resistance. The terrifying level 5 beast finally submits, leaving me free to bring fresh milk home for my daughter. I return with the red flame tiger and set down the milk. Good, this will feed my daughter. Tina stares at the enormous beast in disbelief. How do you convince a level 5 beast to follow you home? I answer casually. It is famously persuaded by reason. She immediately scoffs. Keep boasting. This is a level 5 beast, so you must have been beaten half to death. I remind her of our wager. Tina, it is time to call me Dad. She tries to dismiss it, but I press the advantage. You agreed personally. No denying it now. Unable to escape her own promise, she finally mutters, Dad. I laugh and pull her close. Good, that is my wonderful daughter. Tina pushes back at once. Who is your daughter? This only happens because of the bet. Then she issues strict terms. Listen carefully. Once Tina gets tired of drinking this milk, you can leave. Understand? I accept for now and prepare the freshest portion. Even the red flame tiger seems humiliated. A mighty level 5 beast now stands here being milked, all because it cannot resist my power. I carry the bowl to Tina. Come here and try it. Milk from a level 5 beast is a tremendous tonic. She drinks while pretending not to care, but every mouthful nourishes her body and strengthens the cultivation foundation I promised to build. Watching Tina drink, I can hardly imagine that I am now a father. I silently make Olivia a promise. Even though I have never raised a child, do not worry. I will take good care of our daughter. Tina soon sets down the empty bowl and calls for me. I turn toward her. What is wrong, Tina? She announces. The milk is finished. Tina wants to practice a cultivation technique. I study her seriously. What kind of technique do you want to learn? My daughter folds her arms at the question. Mother says Dad is immortal, but the whole nation cultivates. Even the upper realm's empress spreads introductory techniques everywhere. How can Dad know none? I tap her forehead gently. Dad is asking which technique you want. Choose anything, and I will teach it. Her suspicion remains, although countless methods already rest within my memory. She needs a stable foundation before touching anything stronger. After selecting the simplest suitable formula, I clear my throat. Listen carefully. Dad will teach you a basic introductory technique first. Follow every word exactly. To me, the art is elementary. In this world, however, its rank may overturn everything cultivators believe about beginner techniques. The spiritual response exposes its rank immediately. Tina stares in shock. This is an advanced heaven-level technique. I dismiss her concern. You have only started cultivating. Techniques that are too powerful will not suit you, so this can serve as an introduction. Tina can hardly believe what she hears. In this world, techniques are divided into heaven, earth, profound, and yellow ranks, yet I call an advanced heaven-level art a beginner's exercise. I gesture for her to continue. All right, follow me. She suppresses her shock and answers, okay. I begin reciting the formula. Sunlight lights the incense burner with purple smoke. From afar, a waterfall hangs before the river. Its flying waters descend 3,000 feet, as though the Milky Way falls from heaven. Tina follows, and spiritual energy gathers around her with astonishing speed. Her talent exceeds every expectation. She truly deserves to be the daughter of Olivia and me. After her cultivation settles, I tell her to keep practicing and promise an extra meal tonight. Then I lean back comfortably. Daughter, come squeeze Dad's shoulders. Her small hands get to work, and I enjoy the rare peace after feeding and training her. Tina suddenly approaches with a serious expression. Dad, there is something to notify you about. I laugh at her bold wording. You are already defying heaven, and now your wings are hard enough to issue notifications? She refuses to retreat. Yes, this is a notification. Tina decides her own affairs. I sit back and indulge her confidence. Since it is only a notification, go ahead. Let Dad hear what our young lady has decided. Tina announces. Tina wants to enter the profound turning formation for training. She recounts what the village storyteller describes. Opportunities exist everywhere inside, and anyone who trains there can improve by leaps and bounds. Exceptional cultivators may even attract the attention of the 8 great sects and become true practitioners. In the future, they can enter the battlefield beyond the realm, eliminate demons, and defend their homeland. Her grand ambition rests entirely on those stories. I scoff at the famous formation. The profound turning formation is merely a place for cultivators with poor foundations. I have entered ancient ruins before, and the strange objects inside make this place look like leftover scraps. None of it deserves your pursuit. I dismiss the 8 great sects as people chasing false reputations and gathering together in darkness. Tina blinks at my speech. Dad, why are you using so many idioms today? Her suspicion turns my grand criticism into an unexpected interrogation. I straighten proudly. Your father is cultured. Those are merely my usual expressions. Tina exposes me immediately. Nonsense. Your usual expression is clearly a curse about someone's mother. I cough and drag the subject back to her plan. Fine. Risking your life for a pile of scraps is still not worthwhile. Tina refuses to yield. Dad, those are ruins left by a saint. There must be lost pills and ancient spiritual treasures inside. Besides, entering the profound turning formation is a path every practitioner must take. Tina plants her feet. That is why Tina wants to go. She has to go, or everyone will laugh at her. I marvel at this little girl's temper and her perfectly arranged arguments. She grabs my sleeve. Dad, please let Tina go. Looking at my growing daughter, I realize she eventually needs to explore for herself. Go then. Treat it as a chance to see how those so-called geniuses waste their time. Her face brightens instantly. Thank you, Dad. You are the best. Permission is granted, but she still needs to hear one final warning. I stop her celebration. Do not get excited yet. If you meet anyone or anything you cannot handle, run immediately. Danger matters more than any treasure ahead. I grip my daughter's shoulders. Run whenever an enemy is beyond you. Staying alive comes first. Understand? She nods. I understand, Dad. Don't worry. Remembering the formations inside, I teach her a breaking method as well. Keep this ready. It will prove useful. She hugs me, declares her love, and enters the trial. Her gestures resemble her mother more each day. That pleases me. Even a worthless pawn can provide experience she must gain herself. Inside the profound turning formation, Tina senses many spiritual treasures hidden in its depths. Several fluctuations are extremely concealed, yet unmistakably powerful. Her father's memories and perception of spiritual energy prove correct, while the energy near the outer region feels weak and misleading. Finding anything worthwhile requires going deeper. As she advances, nearby cultivators notice the lone child. One looks her over and mocks. Whose little sister is this? Did you come to the wrong place? Their laughter blocks the path toward the formation's true depths. Another cultivator stares at Tina. Such a tiny girl comes into the profound turning formation to hunt for treasures? The men surround Tina with mocking smiles. Are you searching for pretty stones to take home and play with? This is not a place for playing house. The monsters inside eat people, so go home and find your mother. One reaches toward her cheek. What an adorable child. Let your big brother see whether that face is soft. Tina's expression turns cold. Get lost. The hand freezes, and the men burst into louder laughter. Her sharp temper entertains them, but their amusement only deepens the threat closing around her. One man makes a shameless offer. Follow your big brother from now on. You can eat and drink whatever you want while staying under his protection. Tina gives him nothing but a freezing stare. He laughs at finding such a fiery little girl inside the formation. Leaving the fools behind, she reaches an ancient medicine pavilion once owned by a spiritual saint. Since the structure remains from such a powerful figure, even its neglected halls should contain leftover elixirs worth examining. A powerful restriction seals the medicine pavilion, but Tina looks unimpressed. Even this worthless place should contain some remaining elixirs. Does a restriction of this level expect to stop Tina? She activates the method her father teaches her. Heaven and earth are boundless. Kun lends its power. Wind, fire, and thunder obey the urgent decree. Open. The barrier breaks at once, proving her father never lies about his techniques. Inside, however, the pills disappoint her. What kind of rubbish is this? The age is insufficient, and the spiritual energy is weak. She stores them anyway, since useless treasures may still serve another purpose. Tina considers the poor elixirs. Perhaps they can become gifts for friends. Then she finds an even better use. Or they can feed pigs. Pigs should like them. Tina proceeds toward the core region, hoping to find something decent. Ahead, a level 4 beast forces several adult cultivators into desperate retreat. When they notice her approaching, they panic. Little one, how do you get this far? Do not come closer. It is dangerous, so run. Others join the warning. Even adults cannot withstand that beast. Leave now. Tina continues forward without hesitation, making them shout. Why does this child refuse to listen? The trapped cultivators scream as Tina advances. One more step and you will lose your life. Run, or you really will die. Then a terrifying aura erupts from her small body. The onlookers fall silent before exploding in disbelief. How can this little girl possess such a vicious presence? What is happening? This is far too powerful. Her pressure shocks and slows the level 4 beast, overturning everything they understand about strength. One man stammers. How many beasts does such a tiny child have to eat to gain power like this? Tina's small figure becomes more frightening than the monster before her. Inside the formation, the watching cultivators sense several mighty beasts within the girl's aura, including a red flame tiger. A strange cloud gathers overhead as her pressure intensifies. One man trembles. How many beasts must someone consume to release such force? Another studies the child and whispers. Her strength is unheard of. She must be an absolute genius. The group can no longer treat her as an ordinary visitor. Beneath that crushing momentum, one conclusion spreads among them. A true god may be descending to earth. Inside the formation, the cultivators quickly change their tune. They turn upon the man who mocked her earlier. One cultivator sneers. An hour ago, you offered to protect her. You even called her a stubborn little child. The embarrassed man snaps. Shut your mouth. That senior stands far beyond us. None here are worthy to touch her shoes. He gestures urgently toward the outer path. Retreat now unless you truly wish to die. Their warning comes too late for the girl. She continues toward the formation's deepest region. Every step carries her into greater danger. The cultivators watch their little ancestor advance fearlessly. None can understand what she truly intends. Her unwavering path suggests only one destination, the mysterious treasure hidden at the formation's very heart. Near the formation's depths, one cultivator recognizes the girl's destination. He points ahead and shouts, "Brother, that is the profound turning monument." His companions recoil from the scorching air. Another man explains, anyone approaching suffers terrible injuries. Those who advance too far become ashes. The monument contains the profound turning emperor's remaining formation power. Ordinary cultivators cannot draw near, yet the young visitor continues walking. The horrified group calls after her, "Little ancestor, stop. Do you intend to die?" Heat waves surge around her without slowing a single step. Even from a great distance, the watching cultivators feel their skin sting. This is madness. What kind of monster is that little girl? Tina ignores them and studies the monument. Searching every other region sounds tedious, while the spiritual energy here is clearly the strongest. Any spiritual treasure sealed inside should be slightly better than the earlier rubbish. She steps closer and prepares to test whether the obstacle before her is truly a formation. Her father's earlier instruction returns clearly. I will pass another formation-breaking method to you. It will definitely be useful. Tina activates it before the monument. The sky changes instantly, and a strange phenomenon spreads across heaven and earth. The watching cultivators stagger in terror. What is happening? Does her spell trigger this phenomenon? How can such a tiny body contain such terrifying power? Tina commands, "Open." Flames surge and take multiple distinct shapes, tearing into the formation, yet she remains unimpressed. To her, condensing flames into different forms for attacking enemies is hardly a remarkable technique. Tina judges the formation art as low-grade at best. Her father's contempt now makes perfect sense. Dad is right, there is nothing impressive about this place. The cultivators immediately abandon every trace of arrogance. Their former leader bows eagerly. Big sister, from today onward, you are the only big sister worth following. Whether climbing a mountain or entering a sea of fire, this little brother goes first. The others rush to agree. You are no ordinary child. You are our supreme big sister. One even begins fanning her. Big sister, are you tired? Is this comfortable enough? Tina finds these mortals boring, but having servants is better than having none. One follower boasts, Big sister, these shoulder massaging skills come from the ancestors. As the trial nears its end, the formation begins closing. The group urges, let us leave first. Outside, they crowd around her and ask where she lives. One declares, after returning and cultivating in seclusion for 180 years, this little brother will definitely visit and become your most loyal follower. Their noisy devotion ends when danger suddenly appears. The followers notice the teleportation array is about to close, yet 4 figures remain inside. Then a dense, evil aura spreads across the area. One cultivator pales. Brother, does this aura belong to the evil Black Wind Hall? Another confirms the dreadful suspicion. This evil presence cannot be mistaken. All 4 intruders possess late-stage golden core cultivation, power that should exceed the formation's restriction. The frightened group cannot understand how they break through its limits, but the 4 experts now stand between them and escape. Inside the trial realm, the intruders finally reveal their purpose. What do we want? Complete destruction. This formation nurtures humanity's finest seedlings, then sends them to fight our great evil clan on the extraterritorial battlefield. Today, we destroy this broken formation, sever humanity's foundation, and render service to the evil god. Their laughter rings through the threatened formation. The formation's core connects directly to the entire space. You plan to perish with the whole formation? The 4 intruders laugh. Exactly. Trading our lives for this vital human secret realm is worthwhile. Today, everyone here accompanies this formation into the grave. Their blood pours into the array as they begin the sacrifice. Evil ones, sacrifice yourselves to heaven and earth. Let every soul return to silence. Outside the formation, the elders recognize the evil Black Wind Hall. How do they sneak inside? Ancient powers create this formation under the laws of heaven and earth, completely isolating it from outside. With golden core cultivation, silently breaking through is impossible. Only some shameful evil method can explain their infiltration. One elder glares at the blood flooding the array. Those gutter insects dare cause havoc in the trial ground of humanity's geniuses. They are courting death. Another turns urgently toward his senior. Brother, these children are humanity's future hope. Do we simply stand here and watch them suffer? The senior elder remains firm. Elder Wind, have you forgotten this formation's rules? The formation contains a saint's laws. Until the trial ends, no outside force can intervene. Elder Wind looks toward the trapped children. Must we watch them die? His senior warns him. Forcing entry only triggers the saint's full power. We will also be erased. Elder Wind cannot endure it. No, those children cannot die. Let me rush inside. His senior stops him. You madman, come back. Forcing through the formation means death. Inside, the 4 intruders laugh beneath the swelling sacrifice. Give up. Before the evil god's power, bought with our 4 lives, what can your geniuses do? Become dust with us. The helpless elders rage at their own weakness. Then a furious voice shakes the realm. Bastards, you dare touch my daughter? The saints' laws crash down around me, sealing every path through the collapsing formation, yet their authority cannot restrain my power. My daughter looks toward me and cries, Dad. Her voice hardens my resolve. The evil cultivators recoil, but their malice remains unchanged. They willingly became servants of the wicked clan, trading their humanity for borrowed strength. Since they chose this path, destruction is their only end. I raise one hand, and the surrounding laws begin to fracture. Black Wind Hall, you dared threaten my daughter. Your entire stronghold will answer for this. Golden cracks spread across the domain. The sacrifice trembles, then collapses beneath my force. I step forward as the false saint's pressure breaks apart. Who stands at the summit when the immortal road ends? Before the beginningless Tao, every path becomes empty. My voice rolls beyond the formation and shakes the mountains. Outside, the watching elders stare at the shattered domain. One elder gasps, what kind of power can disregard a saint's laws? Another elder studies the fading golden light. Could that be an SSS rank technique? His companion shakes his head in disbelief. No technique should overcome this domain so easily. The first elder turns pale as another possibility emerges. Then who is the saint behind that power? Could this be the legacy of a legendary ancient existence? Their questions echo outside while I continue crushing the formation from within. One elder answers, a saint is an ancient power who has ascended. Elsewhere, the Black Wind Hall's forbidden ground erupts in alarm. Insolence, who dares enter our forbidden area? My anger falls upon them. You ants dare touch my daughter? Outside, the stunned elders struggle to understand. The saint's law domain is forcibly shattered, something only a saint or emperor should accomplish. Then another possibility emerges. Could this be the heavenly way? An elder recalls his sect's ancestral teachings. Within this world exists a supreme presence called the heavenly way. Humanity's geniuses suffer disaster today, so their plight may have drawn its attention. The others reach the same conclusion. Then the heavenly way itself takes action. Only such an existence defeats a saint's domain in one move. The assembled experts accept the explanation. This truly resembles the heavenly way's work. Enough. Such power lies beyond our interference. Their attention returns to Tina. The important matter now is where this little girl goes. Everyone agrees that her future must be decided. A genuine genius stands before them, far beyond imagination, and even her pressure through the water mirror makes their hearts tremble. Neil bursts into laughter. Such a gifted piece of jade cannot escape the Supreme Sword Sect. She must join us. Another elder objects. That is wrong. She belongs in the Flowing Light Sect. A third immediately curses him. Nonsense. Look at that explosive strength. She possesses a natural sacred battle body, so the Vajra Battle Sect claims her. Neil's gaze sharpens. Do both of you truly intend to compete against the Supreme Sword Sect? At the trial grounds, the rival elders refuse to yield. The Flowing Light Elder squares his shoulders. So what if we compete? The Flowing Light Sect has endured for thousands of years. The Supreme Sword Sect does not frighten us. A Battle Sect Elder steps between them. Enough of using your sect to pressure others. For this disciple, these old bones will gladly fight. The Sword Cultivation Master answers with a hard smile. Good, good, good. Since everyone insists, we follow the old rules. Let strength decide the disciple's future. The elders spread out, and spiritual pressure surges. Their contest is about to erupt before the child. Above her, the trial assessment flashes SSS rank. The result sends every watching elder into loud laughter. Then the Sword Cultivation Master approaches the child slowly. He lowers his aura and opens both hands. Young one, do not be afraid. This old man bears you no malice. Tina watches him cautiously. Who are you, and what do you want? The elder introduces himself. This old man is Neil, an elder of the Supreme Sword Sect. Your performance during the trial reveals exceptional talent and excellent foundations, so meeting you becomes necessary. He smiles warmly. What is your name? Where do you live? Do you have a teacher? Tina answers. My name is Tina. Home is on the mountain ahead, and my dad teaches me. Neil studies her curiously. Is your honored father also a Tao cultivator? Who might he be? Tina gives the only answer that matters. My dad is my dad. Neil turns back to her remarkable talent. Tina, you are a true swordsmanship genius. Your ever-moving sharpness perfectly matches the Supreme Sword Sect's principle of breaking 10,000 techniques with one sword. Will you join the sect and cultivate the Supreme Sword Path? Tina considers the invitation. What benefits come from cultivating in your sword sect? Neil laughs heartily. There are naturally many benefits. The Supreme Sword Sect leads the 8 great sects. It possesses abundant cultivation resources, countless supreme techniques and secret arts, and experienced seniors to guide you. This old man can also personally accept you as an inner disciple. Neil continues his offer. You will receive the fullest gifts and protection throughout cultivation, eventually becoming a respected powerhouse. Tina admits, that sounds quite good, but such a decision is not mine to make. Neil looks surprised. Why? Opportunities along the cultivation road do not appear every day. She remains composed. Speak with my dad. His thoughts are unknown, and home is where Tina is going now. Neil agrees. Good. A father capable of teaching such an outstanding child cannot be ordinary. A visit is necessary. Tina accepts his company. Then come along. Neil brightens. Is that truly convenient? Excellent. At that moment, his eldest disciple arrives and apologizes for being late. Not late at all. The timing is perfect. This child is Tina. He presents the newcomer in return. Tina, this is the eldest disciple. The disciple greets her as junior sister, and Tina prepares to lead them home. Neil laughs. Good, good. Child, lead the way. Keep close behind us. Tina proposes a faster method and mounts her simple wooden sword. Neil watches her fly despite her young age, astonished by the control she already possesses over spiritual power. Good, then everyone travels by sword. Her calm manner impresses him even more. She shows neither arrogance nor impatience, stays composed before his recruitment, and remembers to seek her father's opinion. She truly is unpolished jade. The Supreme Sword Sect must obtain her. Elsewhere, Olivia writes beneath the sound of wind and rain. Her letter begins with quiet affection for the husband fighting beyond the realm. Nearly 8 years have passed since their daughter enters the world, and the child remains constantly in her thoughts. She hopes the distant battlefield soon grows calmer, allowing Leon to return and see his family. Until then, the letter carries everything she cannot say in person: concern for his safety, longing for their old village, and the wish that husband, wife, and daughter can finally share a peaceful home again. Strength is never what I expect Olivia to force upon our daughter. My only hope is for Tina to grow happily, live a more exciting life. witness this world's beautiful scenery, and wander freely enough to remember how beautiful it truly is. Olivia's words follow beneath mine. Husband, for some reason, the place where we first meet suddenly returns to mind. Her letter draws me into the memory of our first meeting. I silently answer, when I return we will visit that little village together. Back then, cultivation troubles occupy my thoughts while the fish beneath my line remain calmer than me. Heaven suddenly drops both a blessing and a problem into the water, scattering every catch. An injured beauty lies among the waves like a fallen fairy. I place a spirit golden pill between her lips and wait beside the shore. Its power soon takes effect. Her eyes open, and she studies me warily. Who are you? How does this lady awaken here? The injured woman turns the question back on me. Who exactly are you? My lost fish deserves an explanation. A fish is about to bite when you fall from the sky, crash into the water and scare it away. She examines the quiet surroundings. What do you do here? Farming, chopping wood, fishing and wandering around fill my days, though all of it is merely amateur work. Her response is imperious. Your fortune is remarkable. Take good care of this lady until recovery. She promises, great benefits will follow. Enough money can be given that farming never becomes necessary again. That offer earns my thanks, though an injured cultivator like her clearly needs something better than ordinary care. A message immediately reaches the Dragon Palace. My little girlfriend is sick. Bring medicine quickly. Tell the Dragon King to abandon any schemes and send the finest spiritual liquid in the palace. At the Dragon Palace, a subordinate rushes before the throne. Bad news, Your Majesty. That madman is coming again. The Dragon King dismisses the panic. Why make such a fuss? Does he want fish again? Whatever variety he requests, send some over. Such a small matter hardly deserves a report. The subordinate desperately interrupts. No, Your Majesty. This time he is not coming for fish. Inside the Dragon Palace, the Dragon King misunderstands the report and slams his cup down. Does that madman demand dragon liver and phoenix marrow? The trembling subordinate corrects him. Your Majesty, the great hero has fallen in love. The ruler's anger only grows. Why bring such a trivial romance before this throne? Are you tired of living? His subordinate hurriedly bows and asks permission to finish. The crucial detail finally follows. His beloved is sick, Your Majesty, and her condition is becoming grave. That news changes the matter completely, because everyone in the palace understands how far the visitor will go for someone under his protection. The Dragon Palace falls silent when the subordinate names the request. Your Majesty, the visitor wants spiritual liquid essence to treat his beloved. The Dragon King leaps from his throne. Does that madman think our treasure is roadside cabbage? He gestures furiously toward the vault. The East Sea spends thousands of years condensing that essence. Nobody takes it merely by asking. Servants lower their heads, knowing refusal may cost the palace far more than the medicine. Before the Dragon Palace throne, outrage continues shaking the hall. The ruler pounds his armrest. Does that visitor understand nothing about this treasure's value? His demand is rebellion. His subordinate remains bowed. Your Majesty, he requests it by name, precisely because it is precious. Perhaps today's wine also clouds your judgment. The ruler glares, but the subordinate points urgently toward the sky. The scout delivering this report is already fleeing through the air. That terrifying man is flying here now. Every trace of drunken anger vanishes. The ruler finally understands that the demand is no distant insult. Its source is approaching his gates, and refusing may bring the entire palace down around him. The Dragon King sobers instantly. You mean Leon, the terrifying man who once overturns this Dragon Palace? His subordinate confirms the identity without hesitation. Panic replaces every trace of outrage. The ruler points toward the treasury and roars. Move, give him whatever amount he requests. Send every portion stored privately, especially the oldest and finest medicinal essence. Servants scatter to obey. The Dragon King knows delay is more dangerous than losing his hoard. That man is completely ruthless when angered. If his beloved dies because we hesitate, he can dismantle this entire crystal palace and use every beam as firewood. Fear for the palace quickly produces the correct decision. A messenger soon approaches me with a bottle raised in both hands. Great hero, our Dragon King prepares this top-grade spiritual liquid essence especially for you. Please accept it. That old loach understands reality, so I take the medicine without argument. When the injured woman wakes, I support her head. Open your mouth. She eyes the liquid warily. What is this? I bring it to her lips. Eat first, ask afterward. The essence enters her body, and color returns to her face. She flexes her hands, then murmurs, my body already feels much better. The woman sits up, astonished by her recovery, then studies what I gave her. She asks, is this legendary spiritual liquid essence, treasured by the East Sea Dragon clan? Her suspicion deepens. Ordinary people can never obtain this. Where does it come from? A perfectly simple answer presents itself. The beach. Today's waves are excellent, and the bottle washes ashore. She stares in disbelief. The waves bring it? Exactly. The waves deliver it. Her body improves, and that proves they bring something useful. She finally accepts the explanation. Fine, the waves are useful. With recovery underway, lying around becomes boring. Restlessness takes me outside with the recovering woman. I gesture toward the coast. Your brother will take you somewhere entertaining. She follows, asking where we are going, until I settle beside my usual fishing spot. 1 full hour passes after I cast the line. Nothing bites. She bends toward the untouched bait and calls, "Brother, is this bait expired?" An entire hour passes, yet no fish comes near it. I keep watching the water, though today even the fish seem determined to avoid me. Her complaints are hardly fair. Hairtail has too many bones, and every other fish receives another objection. Yet yellow catfish is the only acceptable meal. Patience finally ends as my message reaches the East Sea. Dead Dragon King, an hour has passed since yellow catfish rice is requested. Send it now, or every dragon scale gets stripped away. Even the Dragon Palace's night pearls become marbles. At the Dragon Palace, the ruler pleads through the message. Sir Leon, the East Sea truly has no yellow catfish. 3 groups of our finest soldiers already carry water-repelling beads to an inland freshwater lake. Please wait a little longer. They are almost back. While the palace searches for dinner, a steady wind rises across the beach. I put away the fishing line and reveal a handmade kite. The wind is perfect today. Your brother makes this kite personally, so no second one exists anywhere. The failed meal can wait. For now, I lead her toward the open sand and prepare to send the kite into the sky. She immediately brightens. All right, flying a kite is completely new, so teach everything quickly. This pattern is adorable. Is it a little tiger? After an entire day of playing, thirst sets in. Freshly brewed plum wine waits nearby, made from my exclusive secret recipe. She inhales its fragrance. It smells wonderful, sweet and sour, with the scent of plums. But does homemade wine have any strength? Sugar water will be disappointing. Her doubt earns a warning. You underestimate your brother. 1 drink proves whether it is strong enough. The first taste surprises her. It is strong, yet delicious, sweet without becoming greasy, and a warm current enters the throat. This is exciting. Your craftsmanship is excellent. Freshly grilled yellow catfish follows, her favorite, though care is necessary while it remains hot. As she eats, another thought suddenly occurs. Brother, this seaside place. She studies the ocean and remembers something important. Does the sea even contain yellow catfish? Is that not a freshwater fish? A few drinks clearly leave her confused. Nonsense. The East Sea contains plenty of plump, delicious yellow catfish. They simply hide too deeply for ordinary people, and only a master can catch them. She accepts the lesson. So that is the truth. Rivers and lakes are not their only home after all. The plum wine and yellow catfish earn endless praise. Brother, you are incredible. The wine is delicious, the fish smells wonderful, and everything is the best. Before long, she becomes thoroughly drunk and murmurs, "You treat me so kindly, better than anyone." 5 years pass in a flash. Then a familiar voice reaches home. Dad, Tina is back. My daughter finally returns, and the trial immediately comes to mind. Is the mysterious realm interesting? Do you have fun? Tina answers honestly, nothing inside is interesting, and going again is unnecessary. Those so-called treasures and trials are not even as good as the little things Dad normally gives for practice. Despite that boredom, she casually adds, Tina accidentally takes first place. The 2 people behind are from the Supreme Sword Sect. They like my talent and want to accept me as a personal disciple, so they come to speak with Dad. The distant visitors approach our home. Friends arriving from afar are welcome. Let them enter. The visitors enjoy themselves, and Neil studies me closely. So you are Tina's father. Your extraordinary bearing truly exceeds expectations. Since they come from afar, I thank them for their trouble and invite them inside for rough tea. There is little in these mountains to entertain honored guests, so please make yourselves comfortable. Once everyone settles in, Neil comes directly to his purpose. Tina probably tells you something already. This old man serves as an elder of the Supreme Sword Sect, and this visit is entirely sincere. Tina possesses exceptional promise, so the reason for coming here is simple. Please allow her to become my final personal disciple. That much reaches my ears, but perhaps you should explain what your sect offers. Neil readily presents its standing. The Supreme Sword Sect ranks first among all sword sects in the eastern region. Masters gather there like clouds, including several god-level elders, and every one of them is famous throughout the land. If Tina enters under this old man's guidance, every available resource goes toward her cultivation. Our sect stands upon Ultimate Mountain, a spiritually blessed place filled with natural beauty. The surroundings alone make it an ideal home for someone with her talent, and the conditions there surpass anything available in the outside world. Neil continues describing the mountain without hesitation. The concentration of spiritual energy there cannot be compared with the outside world, and cultivation benefits enormously from it. Countless mystical medicines, heavenly materials, and earthly treasures fill the sect's stores, enough to support a disciple's rapid growth without interruption. As for the path of the sword, our heritage is even richer. The Supreme Sword Sect possesses innumerable divine weapons and treasured blades, so Tina will never lack a suitable technique, sword, or resource while advancing under our protection. His entire offer rests on the immense foundation accumulated by the foremost sword sect in the eastern region. The sword master finally states his promise. You only need to nod and leave Tina with this old man. Within 10 years, she will return to you as a famous god-level powerhouse. That is not all. The moment Tina reaches the mountain, the 3 treasured swords of the Supreme Sword Sect will be brought out for her personally. She may choose whichever blade suits her best. Neil stakes both his reputation and his sect's greatest treasures on Tina's future. The 3 famous swords are White Rainbow, Green Frost, and Water Severance. Surely their reputation reaches even here. The names do reach me, though not for the reason Neil expects. Aren't those blades merely scrap metal grade? They would struggle to earn a rank among the pile of useless firewood swords in my possession. Neil gives a startled reaction, then recovers and praises how impressive that sounds. He returns to his proposal instead of arguing over the weapons. Well, the offer remains unchanged. Tina chooses one of those 3 famous swords, receives the sect's full support, and studies personally under this old man. What do you think of these conditions? Neil presses the importance of his proposal. With Tina's talent and the Supreme Sword Sect's cultivation, her future will be limitless. Yet the decision is not mine alone. The key is what Tina wants. If she wishes to go, she can visit the mountain and play for a while. The wordplay immediately troubles both visitors. This old man never jokes. This concerns Tina's entire future, and even the inheritance of the Supreme Sword Sect. How can such a serious matter be described as playing? Their solemn expressions cannot change the simple truth. Tina decides whether this grand opportunity interests her, and I refuse to make that choice in her place. The disciple beside Neil supports his master. Becoming master's personal disciple is an opportunity countless cultivators can only dream about. Their seriousness makes my casual wording seem inappropriate, so I acknowledge it. Don't blame me, that choice of words is unsuitable. Since they arrive as guests, there is no reason to keep discussing cultivation on empty stomachs. It is already mealtime, so remain for a meal. They accept rather than refuse my hospitality. Then we will trouble you. Asking them to wait, I head out to gather ingredients. My spiritual sense sweeps across hundreds of miles and finds a creature carrying a particularly heavy aura of bloodshed. Blood clinging to the beast reveals countless human deaths. I block its path. You kill people, so I kill you. That is the first reason. A second reason waits at home. Guests arrive today, and your body carries enough meat for everyone. Now this concerns me directly. The beast charges, but the hunt ends almost immediately. I return and drop its enormous carcass beside the house, where Tina already tends the fire. Both guests reel backward. The younger visitor gasps. That is a level 6 red flame cow. His master looks equally unsteady. This old man suddenly feels dizzy. Their eyes move from the carcass to me. The master finally asks, "Sir, is this truly what you hunt after leaving us only moments ago?" I nod toward the waiting fire. To me, the creature is dinner. To them, it is a monster that entire groups of cultivators may fail to defeat. That's right. It only takes a moment. I walk around outside and deal with it easily. The answer leaves both visitors struggling to accept what stands before them. You call that easy? A level 6 red flame cow possesses astonishing defensive power and tremendous speed. Tina is far less concerned by its rank. The meat from this mountain cow is delicious. Since dinner still needs preparing, she calls the stunned elder over. "Old sir, don't keep standing there. Come help peel it and remove the internal organs." A level 6 beast that others might risk their lives hunting now becomes an ordinary evening meal. Neil and his disciple finally understand that my strength cannot be measured by common standards. "Sir, your cultivation is unfathomable. We fail to recognize a great mountain despite having eyes." Their reaction seems excessive. "Don't make such a fuss. It is only a cow." When Tina is small, she even drinks milk from a red flame tiger. Both visitors become even more shocked, and Tina confirms she drinks it many times. The elder can hardly believe what he hears. Tiger milk? Tina, this cannot be a joke. Red flame tigers are famously fierce and proud. How could one possibly agree to let a human child drink its milk? To these sword cultivators, even approaching such a beast sounds impossible. Yet tiger milk is merely part of Tina's childhood diet. During dinner, the young girl treats their disbelief as strange. She gestures with her chopsticks. The tiger has just given birth then, so she has plenty of milk. Dad says tiger milk is much more nutritious than cow's milk. The visiting master finally understands her extraordinary foundation. He studies her with open amazement. No wonder this child possesses gifts beyond ordinary people. She grows up drinking milk from a red flame tiger. Such nourishment seems like an impossible opportunity to him. He can only wonder what kind of household treats a fierce beast's milk as an everyday drink. My daughter wants to see the Sword Sect, and I find no reason to forbid it. Neil bows confidently. Rest assured, sir, if your daughter enters the Supreme Sword Sect, every resource we possess will help cultivate her into a genius. His promise suggests a more suitable position. I answer, then appoint her as an elder. The title carries dignity, and she can accept disciples of her own. Guiding their cultivation and tempering their hearts may also give her useful experience. Neil stiffens. Sir, are you serious? We come to discuss making your daughter a disciple. Do you truly want our sect to appoint such a young child as an elder? The objection is immediate. Tina is only 7 years old. Throughout our sect's history, even the youngest elder reaches the age of understanding destiny. This does not conform to any rule, and Tina is still too young. Rules do not settle the matter for me. Rules are dead, while people are alive. If Tina becomes a disciple, you may guide her as you please, but none of you can actually teach her cultivation. The elder cannot deny the difference in strength. My cultivation stands far above his, and Tina already possesses methods beyond his understanding. Accepting her as an ordinary disciple would place a teacher's title on someone unable to instruct her. Neil recognizes the value of tying his sect to our family. He bows and announces, "This connection is a blessing for the Supreme Sword Sect. We welcome Elder Tina." Tina accepts happily and thanks him. Olivia already wants our daughter to travel, broaden her knowledge, and experience the world. Neil behaves oddly at times, but his mountain sect is quiet and carries no obvious danger. I decide it makes a suitable first destination. Tina can play, meet cultivators, and explore a wider world while keeping the cultivation methods I give her. Once Tina has enough fun there, I can take her elsewhere to continue seeing the world. After everyone finishes the Red Flame Cow and eats their fill, Neil proposes leaving at once. Then we set out for Supreme Sword Mountain. Before Tina departs, she receives one simple warning. "Don't act stubbornly on the mountain." She readily answers, "Got it, Dad." Neil politely accepts responsibility for the journey, though he considers it no trouble at all. Elder Tina's talent is a blessing for the Supreme Sword Sect. The visitors will lead the way while I remain behind briefly. "You go first. After handling something here, I will visit the Sword Sect." Tina leaves for the mountain with her new status secured. After Tina leaves, the sealed tribe rages beneath my barrier. One demon screams, "Leon, you imprison our tribe here for more than 10 years. Once this seal breaks, we will tear you apart." Another voice refuses to accept permanent captivity. "Nobody can keep us trapped forever. An opportunity to escape will eventually appear." Their fury changes nothing. I remain here because this region contains the only passage connecting humanity to the demon realm. Leaving it unguarded allows the enemy to cross freely. Until my strength improves enough to renew the seal, constant suppression remains the only protection for everyone beyond this barrier. My former cultivation allows only constant suppression, leaving no chance to go elsewhere. Yet the years spent raising Tina gradually complete my artistic conception and raise my power beyond that old limitation. This renewed seal should endure for more than 10 years without my presence. For the first time, the passage can be left behind for a while. Several old friends remain in the outside world, and the moment has come to visit them. Elsewhere, at Supreme Sword Mountain, Tina arrives with the returning elder. A disciple reports their presence to the sect leader. Disciple greets the great master. The elder has returned, and a young guest accompanies him. At Supreme Sword Mountain, the returning elder presents the young visitor before the sect leader. He bows and says, "Master, this is a gifted young cultivator." This disciple recommends appointing her as our sect's guest elder. The proposal shocks everyone in the hall. The leader reminds him that an elder's position carries immense responsibility, while the visitor is clearly still a child. The returning elder refuses to withdraw his recommendation. Though the young friend has few years, her cultivation is unfathomable. Doubt only deepens. The sect leader asks, "Can such a claim truly be proven?" The girl answers by displaying a fully mastered advanced heavenly grade technique. The Supreme Sword Sect's main hall erupts when Tina displays a fully mastered advanced heavenly grade technique. The sect leader turns toward the returning elder. This achievement brings tremendous merit to our sect. The elder immediately redirects the praise. All credit belongs to Tina's exceptional talent. Doubts about her appointment collapse before the evidence. Raising his voice, the leader proclaims, "Young Tina now serves as our guest elder. Every disciple must honor her position." His special order summons 30 newly promoted inner disciples. They enter expecting a senior expert, then fall silent before the little child beside their master. Confusion spreads, because none imagines that she is the elder they must serve. Some disciples assume Tina must be a senior expert's granddaughter, but the sect leader announces the truth. "This is Tina, the newly appointed guest elder of our sect. From now on, all of you belong under Elder Tina. Cultivate properly and commit no offense." Shock immediately replaces curiosity. An elder? How old can she possibly be? Making a little girl our teacher cannot be serious. One inner disciple steps forward and formally challenges the appointment. This disciple dares to ask what virtue and ability Elder Tina possesses to hold such a position. Years of effort are required merely to enter the inner sect, so accepting a child as master feels impossible to them. Across the training hall, the challenger refuses to bow before a child. He steps forward. "After struggling for years to enter the inner sect, must we worship an immature girl as our teacher?" This disciple refuses. The young elder tilts her head, reading his intention immediately. "Big fellow, do you want to fight me?" His companions urge him onward, certain an experienced inner disciple will defeat her easily. To them, she is only a reckless child who knows nothing about heaven's immensity. On the training ground, the young elder faces the challenger without fear. The surrounding disciples shout, "Let her witness an inner disciple's strength. A child wants to become an elder? What a joke." The challenger approaches confidently and warns, "Little baby, when this begins, do not complain that your senior fails to cherish the young." She laughs and answers, "Do not cry after losing." Her sharp reply provokes him further. He raises his sword. "Come then." Show everyone what ability supports such arrogance. The young elder calmly takes her stance and says, "Be careful." Every spectator expects the challenger to win easily. The challenger intends to finish quickly and avoid wasting time on a child. Watch carefully and witness true sword technique. His confidence lasts only until Tina makes her move. A terrifying force erupts instantly, and thunder crashes through the training ground before his sword technique can matter. What is this? Help! The watching disciples cannot understand what they see. Their senior brother is defeated in a single instant, leaving everyone frozen by the difference between them. Are our eyes deceiving us? Brother Joe loses immediately. The power behind Tina's attack appears completely incompatible with her age. Can a 7-year-old girl truly possess strength capable of summoning thunder? This is terrifying. The mockery vanishes as they realize the little child before them is no ordinary baby. To these shaken disciples, she is clearly a little ancestor, who must never be offended. Tina checks the fallen challenger. "Are you all right? Do you want to fight again?" He no longer dreams of continuing. Instead, he immediately changes his manner and raises his voice toward the new elder. "Master!" Master stands above this disciple. One effortless display turns the entire challenge into submission. On the training ground, the defeated disciple drops to his knees before Tina. He bows until his forehead nearly touches the earth. This disciple has eyes yet fails to recognize Mount Tai. "Master, please punish my offense." Complete submission replaces every trace of pride. The watching disciples kneel beside him and salute together. "We pay respects to Elder Tina. We accept the result and obey your instructions." Tina's anger vanishes as quickly as it appears. She waves magnanimously. "You are all good children. Behave properly from now on." Their manner changes at once. One disciple produces a colorful windmill and spins it before her. "Elder Tina, does this turn fast enough? Do you like it?" Tina follows the circling blades with delighted eyes. Yes, Tina likes it. The disciples exchange relieved looks, already searching for more ways to please their formidable young elder. The disciples immediately spin the windmill faster at Tina's request. Another offers her a small sugar figurine to taste, while those preparing food carefully control the temperature. Pay close attention to the heat. Steamed hibiscus egg is Elder Tina's favorite dish. Every detail now revolves around pleasing the young elder they previously refused to acknowledge. The kitchen must make the egg fresh, tender, and smooth, because nothing less will satisfy the standard they set for serving Tina. Near the Sect kitchen, the cook guards every detail of the promised dish. He reassures a senior disciple. Spring water goes into the egg, and a sacred chicken lays it this morning. The result will be fresh, smooth, and worthy of our elder. Nearby, the young elder reclines while her former challenger massages her shoulders. She nods approvingly. "That pressure feels comfortable. Your hands knead very well." Another disciple beams with pride. Brother Joe consults the sect's finest massage deacon solely for the elder's comfort. The challenger demonstrates another movement. Watch carefully. "Today I will teach everyone several useful techniques." Former opponents now compete earnestly to serve the child they challenged. The lesson hall grows quiet as the young elder introduces her exercises. "These are simple introductory techniques of heavenly grade." The disciples gasp. "Heavenly grade?" She nods and begins. "Repeat after me. Bright moonlight before the bed, perhaps frost upon the ground." They echo every word solemnly. She raises a second finger. "Now, gyatting." Spring sleep passes without awareness of dawn, while birds cry everywhere. Again, they recite in unison. Satisfied, she announces, "Very good, the third technique comes next." Everyone straightens for another supposed heavenly mystery. The third lesson begins with another verse. "At noon beneath the blazing sun, sweat falls while tending grain." The disciples repeat the line, though their version comes out slightly clumsy. Tina then presents the final move. A goose sings toward the sky, white feathers floating on green water. They chant it once, then again, and finally a third time, treating each word like an unfathomable cultivation formula. None realizes these are simple poems. Instead, they become convinced that Elder Tina's exercises contain the ultimate principles of heaven and earth. One disciple vows to comprehend every hidden mystery properly, while Tina laughs at how earnestly they study her verses. Tina ends the lesson after praising everyone. "That is all for today. You are all doing very well." The disciples thank Elder Tina for her instruction and hard work. Since the hour grows late, they prepare her favorite osmanthus cake and 100-fruit filling and promise to deliver them immediately. Tina happily accepts. At that moment, I arrive to visit her, and she runs over in delight. "Dad comes to see me. This makes me so happy." Looking over my daughter, I ask how she adapts to life on Supreme Sword Mountain. "Dad, all the senior brothers treat me very well, and staying here is comfortable." My daughter meets me during the visit and reports that her disciples study seriously, though she cannot motivate them further. I offer a familiar solution. Draw them a large cake. Confusion fills her face. "What cake should Tina draw? Can everyone eat it?" "Dad, I don't understand." I explain. Drawing a cake means promising future benefits, so they work harder. Grand promises hardly suit her, so I reconsider. A direct reward is simpler. Whenever they cultivate well or accomplish something useful, give them something valuable. My daughter agrees that the disciples treat her well, so direct rewards seem appropriate. I tell her, when they perform well and cultivate properly, reward them. She spreads her empty hands. Dad makes that sound easy, but this elder has no money or valuable treasure. Tina is still a baby. Her complaint makes me laugh. Resources are the easiest part to solve. Come along. Dad is taking you down the mountain. She hurries after me and asks, what are we doing there? I answer, you are helping Dad collect a debt. The destination remains a surprise, but the experience should open her eyes. At the unfamiliar Sect's gate, I summon its master without ceremony. Old Qingyun, come out quickly. The guards bristle and demand my identity. I remember their master's earlier desperation. When that old boy begs everywhere for support, he shows no such politeness. Without my funding, this sect remains a straw hut on some nameless hill. My daughter begins questioning me, but I wave her onward. Dad will explain later. Go report that your master's old creditor is here, and tell him to appear now. At the sect gate, the guard calls my behavior outrageous. How can a stranger shout before our sect and claim familiarity with the master? Leave now, or face the consequences. I offer a simpler solution. Then I will enter and find him myself. That possibility sends the guard racing inside. Within the main hall, the sect master notices his panic and orders him to speak slowly. The guard bows and reports, Master, a rude young man around 20 waits outside. He demands your immediate appearance, calls you an old boy, and claims this sect could never exist without his funding. Within the sect hall, the breathless disciple finally gives the visitor's name. Master, he calls himself Leon, and orders you to greet him immediately. The sect master bolts upright, and every trace of irritation disappears. He commands, all elders and disciples follow this teacher. Nobody moves slowly. The entire leadership hurries toward the gate. On seeing me, the master bows deeply. Senior Leon, welcome. This junior does not know you are coming, and fails to greet you sooner. The grand reception draws every eye. My daughter watches the master and his elders bow before me, unable to understand why such powerful cultivators show overwhelming respect to someone who looks so young. The grand reception amuses me. Qingyun, several decades pass without a meeting, and now your display grows larger than ever. He laughs off the remark and credits everything to my past support. Senior jokes. Without your generous assistance back then, this junior might still be wandering somewhere with no place to settle. He formally greets me again, while Tina watches the sect master and all his elders bow. She cannot understand why such important cultivators treat her father with overwhelming respect, or how one young-looking man commands this reception after disappearing for decades. The sect master continues, without senior's support, how could this junior now command the demon-subduing sect, one of the 8 great sects? Tina quietly marvels that the sect master brings every elder out to greet me, giving her father astonishing prestige. The formal words have already gone on long enough. Enough. Spare me those polite phrases. Even decades ago, I hear so many that my ears grow calloused. The sect master immediately agrees and asks the purpose of this visit. The reason is simple. I come to collect a debt. You borrow 30 million spirit stones from me back then, and after all these years, the time has finally come to return them. The welcoming ceremony now becomes an accounting session before the entire sect. The sect master accepts that repayment is due. He bows quickly. Of course, senior, everything has long been prepared. Turning to a subordinate, he orders, bring 30 million spirit stones and present them now. The man pales because the sum represents most of their savings. His master cuts off every objection. Say nothing. Move quickly. Soon the stones lie before me in orderly stacks. The sect master gestures toward them. Senior, here are 30 million spirit stones. Please verify the amount. I inspect the payment and confirm the principal is correct. Still, decades have passed. I look back at him. Qingyun, this repays the original debt, but what about the interest? His confident expression immediately stiffens. Interest? Senior, how should we calculate that? The gathered elders fall silent, realizing their treasury may not be finished suffering. His hesitation earns a reminder. I point toward the spirit stones. Old boy, investing those 30 million elsewhere multiplies them several times. Do you expect me to ignore decades of lost returns? My gaze passes over his disciples. Must I slap several faces before this becomes clear? The sect master bows repeatedly. Uncle, calm down. This junior never intends to avoid payment. Interest will certainly be given. Promises need numbers, so I hold out my hand. Then name the amount. How much are you paying? The sect master finally offers another 10 million spirit stones. How does that amount seem? It is not especially large, but there is no reason to reject it. More would be better, yet even a mosquito's meat still counts. Since you understand the situation, I will spare you this time. After receiving the additional payment, I warn him to remember the lesson. Qingyun, keep your eyes open from now on. Don't imagine my money is easy to borrow. Tina leaves beside me with enough spirit stones to reward her disciples. Behind us, the master mourns the sect's savings. After so many years of scraping money together, the whole fortune is plundered in one visit. The old master clutches his chest, but I cut off the performance. Enough nonsense. Paying debts is perfectly natural. The principal is 20 million spirit stones, and the interest is 5 million. Hand them over now, or every alchemy furnace in Medicine King Valley gets smashed today. Another debtor stares when I arrive. Mr. Shen, what brings you here? Why did no one welcome you? I give him the reason plainly. I'm collecting a debt. You borrowed 5 million spirit stones from me back then, and now the interest is due. His welcoming expression immediately freezes as the old account returns to haunt him. Make it 20 million, and be quick. Soon, the collected spirit stones pile before Tina. I show her the fortune reclaimed from those old fellows. Look, Tina, Dad just brought all these spirit stones back. There are 80 million in total. Her eyes widen. Oh my goodness, so many spirit stones. Dad is incredible. Those sect leaders always look so majestic, yet before Dad, they all become helpless little chicks. I let her admire the glittering mountain, then ask, well, Tina, are these spirit stones enough for you? If they aren't enough, Dad will take you to the next debtor. Every one of them will spit out plenty. Tina quickly stops me. Enough, enough. Dad has already given far too much. As the former human empress, she remembers never seeing this much wealth at once. She decides, these spirit stones will inspire and reward the disciples. I approve her choice, and she beams. Your daughter understands. Thank you, Dad. My hand rests gently on her head. Silly girl, there's no need to be polite with Dad. With that settled, we return. Children, I'm back. The disciples gather, and I announce, this trip brings us a modest harvest. Before the gathered disciples, I announce the purpose of the meeting. Today, merit receives its proper reward, so everyone cultivates diligently. The first disciple steps forward. I acknowledge his contribution. You enter this sect before the others, train hard, and perform outstandingly during its construction. These 10 million spirit stones belong to you. Continue working and achieve your breakthrough soon. The disciple stares at the treasure, unable to hide his shock. He lowers his hands and protests. Master, 10 million spirit stones are far too many. I leave the reward before him. Genuine effort deserves more than empty praise. The disciple lowers his hands. Forgive this disciple, but such a reward cannot be accepted. I push the spirit stones toward him. Take them. This is what you deserve. He finally bows. Thank you for the reward. This disciple will never disappoint Master's expectations. Another disciple comes forward, gifted beyond measure in formations. You improved the mountain protection formation and earned great merit. 10 million spirit stones are yours. He freezes over the sum. 10 million. This disciple has never seen so many spirit stones in an entire life. Thank you, Master. The next disciple is called forward. You are loyal and courageous, and you contribute by guarding your fellow disciples. These 10 million spirit stones belong to you. He looks completely lost. Master, what did you say? I repeat it clearly. I'm rewarding you with 10 million spirit stones. The shock proves too much, and a nearby disciple cries, Senior brother has fainted. Once every reward is distributed, I address them all. Understand this clearly. These resources are not merely wealth. They are given so each of you can become stronger. The purpose behind establishing our sect on Neil Mountain is not merely to let you pursue the Tao and record your cultivation. We carry the greater duty of protecting this world. For years, the evil races beyond our realm have looked down upon humanity. We have endured this humiliation for far too long. Every disciple listens as the burden passes to their generation. Practice diligently. Humanity cannot keep enduring this shame forever. Raise your strength as quickly as possible. When the moment is right, Neil Mountain will formally declare war upon the evil races outside our territory. We will reclaim everything belonging to humanity and wash away every humiliation. The disciples answer with a single purpose: battle, protection, and the survival of the human race. Tina silently engraves that vow into her heart. In this life, she refuses to let the outside evil clan trample humanity again. She will cultivate until she stands at the summit of the heavens and every world, strong enough to protect her people and settle this ancient blood debt. Cold and heat alternate as another year quietly passes. Under Tina's leadership, the disciples of Neil Mountain cultivate day and night, and their strength rises tremendously. Tina herself remains deep in accumulation and comprehension, searching for a new breakthrough. When I find her, something clearly troubles her. Tina, what is happening? She turns toward me. Dad, you are here. Your daughter feels that the current cultivation realm has reached some kind of boundary. The progress around her is undeniable, but an invisible wall now blocks the road ahead. Tina explains, it feels like an invisible barrier. Ordinary cultivation methods no longer improve this realm. Her judgment confirms her growth. You've matured. Your vision and understanding of the Tao are completely different now. It's time to learn something deeper. Determination fills her voice. Dad, your daughter wants stronger techniques, supreme methods that can truly shake the world. I accept without hesitation. Good. Tina, comprehend them with your whole heart. This time, Dad teaches you the Tao itself. I begin with the supreme principle. The Tao that can be spoken is not the eternal Tao. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. Man follows earth, earth follows heaven, heaven follows the Tao, and the Tao follows nature. Tina listens, then repeats the profound words until understanding begins to form. The Tao follows nature. Your daughter understands. I continue. Very good. Next comes the second sacred level technique. Listen carefully. The waters of the Yellow River descend from heaven, rushing into the sea, never to return. The majestic verse becomes cultivation truth, and the river from heaven surges through her comprehension. The lesson continues as I reveal another supreme verse. Wait until autumn's 9th month, when my flowers bloom and all others perish. Their heaven-reaching fragrance fills the capital, and the entire city wears golden armor. Every line carries a different law, transforming poetry into cultivation power. Then I present the final formula. The sword immortal technique is called the Knight's Journey. Kill one person every 10 steps and cross 1,000 miles unhindered. When the deed ends, brush off your clothes and conceal both name and glory. My daughter repeats its heart while sword intent gathers around her. Kill every 10 steps and cross 1,000 miles unhindered. The final lesson ends, and I warn her, Tina, these techniques are exceptionally profound. Enter seclusion and comprehend them carefully. Elsewhere, distant experts suddenly sense a terrifying fluctuation. What a powerful martial aura! It contains a force never encountered before, filled with Tao resonance and the power of laws. They trace its source toward humanity's ancestral land. Such an overwhelming fluctuation cannot be ordinary, yet something within it remains young and unfinished. That contrast makes its limitless potential even more alarming. At that same moment, the outside evil clan studies the strange aura. The power still carries a trace of immaturity, but its potential is immeasurable. When does such a variable appear among humanity? The answer becomes an immediate death sentence. We cannot wait any longer. If this girl survives, she will become a grave threat to our tribe. A subordinate points toward the defended frontier. The Holy Maiden guards the front line. Crossing it will be difficult. The evil lord dismisses that obstacle. It is not difficult. He already has another route into the human world. Deep within the evil clan's stronghold, the Lord reveals a forbidden route into humanity's realm. He points toward an ancient formation. Our teleportation array sends this seat across directly, even while the main army remains blocked. A subordinate lowers his head. My lord, activating it will damage your foundation. The warning changes nothing. My foundation is irrelevant. That girl must die before her potential matures. Our clan's great undertaking is close. In the human realm, immense evil energy suddenly tears through the sky. Defenders stare toward the disturbance. An outside evil clansman crosses over. The scale of the aura announces an invader who arrives seeking blood. The human defenders confront the invader. How dare you step into humanity's territory? He looks down upon all three. Only the three of you stand against this seat. Since you intrude upon my path today, none of you will return alive. Their formation activates, but his first strike tears through it. One blow. Tina senses the invasion from afar. Dad, an evil spirit has entered our realm. I keep my voice steady. Don't worry, Tina. She cannot ignore that crushing aura. But Dad, the evil energy is extremely powerful. The experts from the 3 great sects may not stop it. Her judgment is correct, yet this enemy remains beyond her current reach. That man is powerful, and you cannot face him now. Tina refuses to retreat easily. Dad, your daughter can already mobilize the power of heaven and earth. I still send her away. Be obedient. Return to Neil Mountain first. I'll teach you more techniques. Then you will enter seclusion for at least 10 years. The number strikes her hard. 10 years. Our father and daughter will only meet again after 10 years? My decision does not change. Dad has arrangements. Remember only this. Devote yourself to cultivation. Strength is the only way to face what comes next. My daughter finally obeys. Dad, Tina listens. Please be careful. After she leaves, the evil intruder focuses entirely on me. He studies my face and says, so this seat finally finds humanity's hidden powerhouse. I meet his killing intent calmly. State your purpose. He raises one hand. This seat comes to take your life and sever humanity's final hope. I answer, that depends on your ability. His forbidden attack surges forward, but my sword intent tears through it instantly. Shock replaces his confidence. Impossible. What sword intent is this? Darkness gathers around him. 9 death evil skill. Even that hidden art cannot threaten me. I cut through the power and tell him, you are still far from enough. The evil intruder watches his supreme technique collapse. The 9 death evil skill is actually broken. What cultivation method creates such power? I raise my hand and invoke the sacred verse. The waters of the Yellow River descend from heaven. Boundless force crashes down like a celestial river. His disbelief turns desperate. Impossible. What kind of power is this? A mere human cannot defeat this seat. The river overwhelms every defense, leaving him unable to escape. This seat refuses to accept it. The evil clan will never let you go. His final threat disappears with his life. 10 years then pass in silence, while Tina remains secluded. I wait outside, hoping she truly grows through those years. At last, a powerful aura rises from Neil Mountain. She has finally entered the transformation realm. When the doors open, I stand there to welcome her. Tina, you finally emerged from seclusion. She looks at me after an entire decade apart. Dad. Tina shares the understanding gained through 10 years of seclusion. Dad, comprehension of the Tao reaches another level now. Power once seemed identical to the Tao, but the truth is finally clear. The Tao exists everywhere, while power is only one manifestation of it. Her insight pleases me. Reaching that understanding makes your father very happy. these 10 years have also made your state of mind much calmer. Tina nods. Yes, seclusion makes many things clear. Dad, thank you for all these years of nurturing and teaching, and for every act of love and protection. I brush aside the gratitude. Silly child, you are my daughter. All of that is simply what a father should do, yet she has more to reveal. Dad, your daughter is already an adult. Some words should finally be spoken. I invite her to continue. Go ahead, your father is listening. She draws a breath. Actually, in the previous life, my daughter finally reveals what she remembers. In my previous life, I am humanity's empress. When mother brings me to dad at 4 years old, I do not accept you as my father. You seem like an ordinary mortal, even an unreliable husband who makes mother worry. I cannot dispute that judgment. Back then, I truly lack responsibility. Her expression softens. After spending these years together, I understand dad's kindness, protection, and care. Relief settles through me. I smile and answer. Then every year we share is worthwhile. Her confession continues from the heart. This gratitude is genuine, yet impossible to repay. While growing year by year, your daughter gradually discovers that dad's strength is terrifyingly great, powerful enough to overturn every former understanding. I remind her, everyone has secrets, and your father is no exception. Tina already accepts that truth. Dad must experience many things unknown to your daughter, but only one thing matters now, no matter who you truly are, and regardless of what kind of past stands behind you. Tina finishes without hesitation. Inside this heart, you are dad, the person who treats your daughter best in the entire world. Relief warms me. It seems this father finally qualifies. She immediately corrects me. Of course, you are the best dad in the world. I laugh at her certainty. You girl, dad waits 10 years, and you become affectionate the moment you emerge. You're making dad want to cry. Her own tears suddenly fall. Dad, this is the first time Tina sees you cry. Her words strike something buried deep inside my Tao. Love is not one simple feeling. It intertwines with love and hatred, joy and anger, sorrow and happiness. It carries separation, death, concern, and guardianship. In that instant, every fragment joins together. I understand. I finally understand. Laughter bursts from me as the blocked path opens. Tina stares at the transformation. Dad, this is... The answer surges through heaven and earth. The great Tao of love contains everything and never ceases. So this is the true meaning of love. The bottleneck troubling me for countless years finally begins to shatter. Love is not a trap restraining me. It is the ladder carrying me toward a higher realm. Today, I ascend through love and enter the heavenly realm. Tina celebrates. Congratulations, Dad. I laugh with gratitude. This is all thanks to Tina. You truly are Father's lucky star. With the breakthrough complete, another matter comes to mind. Tina, would you like to return to your former home? She pauses over that forgotten place. A home from the previous life? I clarify. The royal family. The current emperor is your former elder brother, Oscar. Her memories return to 20 years earlier. Their father originally intends to pass the throne to his eldest son, but Oscar avoids cultivation and remains too weak. Because Oscar dislikes cultivation, their father passes the throne to Tina instead. She remembers the resentment surrounding that decision. Back then, the throne seems stolen from elder brother, but now he is humanity's emperor, so that guilt no longer remains. She expects him to have strengthened the human race during her absence, though uncertainty enters her voice. Perhaps. We decide to see the truth ourselves. Let's return and take a look. Everything can be discussed after meeting Oscar. Yet the royal capital ahead bears little resemblance to her memories. Is this truly the human royal city from the previous life? Ruined streets stretch before us, filled with hunger and neglect. My daughter looks around in disbelief. How does everything become like this? Nearby, a starving child begs an older girl for food. The girl offers her last scraps. Eat quickly, but chew slowly. Their condition exposes years of suffering. My daughter murmurs. Humanity does not live well under this rule. I inspect the devastation. This is no natural disaster. Someone creates it. Her anger turns toward the palace. What exactly is Oscar doing? Inside, Oscar lounges among courtiers and beauties. He raises his cup and laughs. Fine wine and beautiful company. This is life. Attendants eagerly refill it. The emperor is mighty. Everything beneath heaven belongs to you. Oscar raises his cup and boasts. Well said. The entire human realm belongs to this emperor. Who dares disobey? Tina enters the palace and confronts him directly. Oscar, is this the human race you govern? The laughter stops as her accusation cuts through the drunken celebration. Oscar glares at the unexpected intruders. Who are you? How dare you trespass into the palace and address this emperor by name? Tina refuses to be distracted. Identity is not important. Oscar, open your eyes and look. People inside and outside this imperial city are starving. Their suffering should concern their emperor. He treats her warning as an insult. Presumptuous. Everything beneath heaven belongs to the ruler. How this emperor governs the world is not for a lowly commoner to criticize. Oscar summons his guards. Come, seize these two trespassers and rebels plotting against the throne. Yet Tina's aura stops everyone before they approach. He recoils from the power. The transformation realm. Who exactly are you? She lets the hidden truth surface. My good brother, do you truly fail to recognize your own sister? His face changes as an impossible memory returns. You are Aoshu. Impossible. Lin Aoshu clearly dies 20 years ago. Tina accepts that death. Correct. That woman is dead. But reincarnation carries justice, and the name in this life is Tina. Oscar stares at the sister he believes buried for 2 decades. My sister. Oscar instantly changes his manner. You finally return. Do you know how heartbroken your brother becomes after your death? Tina gives him no sympathy. Why govern this way? Why reduce the people to such misery? He blames his own weakness, because this emperor lacks talent. You should hold this position. Then he pleads for escape. Brother will relinquish the throne. Let your brother leave and live freely. Our relationship is good when we are young. Tina remembers that former bond and grants one final mercy. Leave. Never appear before your sister again. Oscar eagerly accepts. Fine. Then your brother leaves first. Before he escapes, I stop him. Wait. Tina turns toward me. Dad, what is wrong? I remind her of the lesson repeated across 18 years. Tina, throughout your cultivation, I've always taught you one principle. In the immortal world, judge others with the greatest possible malice. She has accepted Oscar's excuses too quickly. Do you truly believe this bastard merely searches for wealth and pleasure while letting the people suffer? The rot spreading through the human realm suggests something far darker than laziness or incompetence. Tina's expression changes as she realizes Oscar's path may conceal deliberate betrayal. Years earlier, humanity's frontier shakes beneath a desperate charge. Soldiers follow their empress into battle, roaring, "All troops advance! Kill the invaders!" Their resistance enrages the evil commander watching from afar. He strikes the table. "Useless fools! Can none of you defeat one human empress?" His followers bow, while an advisor urges restraint. "Evil god, the empress possesses formidable skill. A direct assault cannot break her defenses." He offers a darker strategy. What strength cannot seize, cunning may obtain. Humanity never stands entirely united. The advisor then names her weakness. She has an elder brother called Oscar. His ambition is enormous, but his cultivation aptitude remains ordinary. Resentment and weakness make him a weapon no army can replace. Inside the evil camp, the advisor explains Oscar's resentment. He hates that his younger sister possesses the talent to inherit the throne. Send someone to deceive him, and he can destroy humanity's defenses from within. The evil commander approves immediately. Excellent. Removing the firewood beneath the cauldron is the finest strategy. He assigns the mission: make Oscar useful to our clan. Soon, an agent approaches the former crown prince with carefully measured sympathy. He bows and says, "What a pity. As the old emperor's eldest son, Prince Oscar should possess a far greater position." The bait strikes directly at the grievance already consuming him. The agent feeds Oscar's grievance. "You should be the supreme emperor of humanity." Oscar challenges the stranger. "Who are you, and how dare you enter the palace?" The answer keeps attention on his wounded pride. Identity does not matter. What matters is the unwillingness inside your heart, Prince Oscar. You are the orthodox heir, yet inferior cultivation forces you to watch your younger sister ascend the throne and take the glory belonging to you. What a terrible pity. Oscar's resentment finally erupts. Enough. Father is biased. He passes the throne to that girl. What solution can possibly remain? Inside the palace, the evil agent presses the prince's wounded pride. A solution certainly exists. The question is whether your highness has enough courage to accept it. The prince demands details. His visitor offers the one thing he lacks. Cultivation can advance rapidly with the proper method. Desire quickly overcomes caution. The prince leans forward. What do you mean? The agent reveals his bait. Our evil clan possesses miraculous medicines. They let cultivation advance 1,000 miles each day and break stubborn bottlenecks. Strength, glory, and the throne suddenly appear within reach. The prince sees only the promised reward, while the hidden price waits behind every word. At that same moment, an evil clansman presents the eldest prince with a tempting bargain. Reaching the nascent soul stage directly is not difficult. Your highness has such a kind heart, but naturally our help is not free. Our evil clan has coveted human territory for a very long time. As long as the eldest prince cedes some land to us, we will provide a steady stream of treasures capable of improving your cultivation. Consider the offer carefully. The eldest prince can hardly believe such power is within reach. This is really true? You can truly let me break through to the nascent soul stage? The evil clansman confirms every word. Of course, and cultivation treasures are only the beginning. Behind closed palace doors, the evil agent reveals the bargain's true reward. As long as the eldest prince cooperates, our clan also removes the troublesome sister blocking his throne. The prince's eyes sharpen. What must I do? The answer comes smoothly. Obtain the empress's marching route for the battlefield beyond the domain. Deliver it secretly, and our clan handles the rest. No trace returns to you. He knows the route will place his sister directly inside an enemy trap, yet ambition silences every remaining doubt. The prince accepts. Agreed. As long as I sit upon that throne, I accept any condition. With those words, he trades his sister's life for a crown. Humanity's defenses, his people's safety, and every soldier following the empress become expendable. The evil agent bows, hiding satisfaction behind false respect. while the prince imagines power already resting in his hands. The truth of Tina's previous life finally becomes clear. Her death in battle is not an accident or the work of some unknown enemy. Oscar, her own brother, conspires with the evil race and hands them her marching route. So it is you, my own brother, causes that death. The betrayal strips away every trace of kinship. Can the throne truly matter so much that humanity and family affection mean nothing? Countless humans and saints sacrifice themselves resisting the evil races beyond the domain, yet you betray them all for a single selfish desire. Oscar's crime goes far beyond murdering his sister. He colludes with the evil clans and sells out the entire human race. The revelation crushes every excuse he might offer. You no longer possess even a trace of humanity. He refuses to accept what stands before him. No, these things are false. Every part of this is fake, yet the female emperor's purpose becomes absolute. Then every evil clansman will die. Their lives will repay the empress, avenge the fallen, and answer for their crimes against humanity. Elsewhere, an imperial decree reaches the loyal frontier general. The ancestral emperor commands an immediate withdrawal from the imperial capital. Lead your troops back without delay. 12 golden summons make refusal impossible. At the blood-soaked frontier, the general stares at the 12 golden summons in disbelief. Withdraw now? We have just won this battle, and our morale stands at its peak. The empress remains unavenged, while the campaign beyond the domain is still unfinished. The envoy refuses to bend. The decree has already been issued. Resistance is forbidden. Withdraw immediately. The general obeys after defending the human race across countless battles, only to be escorted back under false accusations. At court, the charge is announced without mercy. You have shown disrespect, gathered a powerful army under your command, and harbored ambitions that cannot be tolerated. Victory at the frontier becomes treason in the imperial capital. The accusation is absurd, and the general rejects it before the throne. This commander has never resisted an imperial order. Every battle is fought for the human race, and this heart remains devoted to repaying the late emperor's favor. May his majesty judge clearly. A court official immediately condemns him. This man controls the frontier army, honors himself above the throne, and obeys only when it suits him. His disloyalty is already clear. Unless he is eradicated now, he will become a future calamity. Oscar then delivers the final sentence. Since death cannot be avoided, accept it willingly. Oscar offers no justice, only a cruel imitation of mercy. Considering the military achievements made for the human race, a painless death will be granted. The loyal general curses him to the end. Oscar, though you call yourself humanity's king, retribution will find you. Hell awaits. The empress will never forgive this, and neither will the heroes of the human race. The general dies beneath a false charge after spending his life defending humanity. Tina finally understands the full depth of Oscar's betrayal. Blood ties once make her consider sparing him, but he cannot even tolerate a loyal hero like the frontier general. You are unworthy of ruling humanity, and unworthy of remaining alive in this world. Oscar recoils as the judgment closes around him. What is this? No, this cannot happen. His fear no longer matters. The female emperor issues a proclamation to every corner of the human realm. Transmit this decree throughout the world. Let every subject bear witness. The female emperor returns to the throne today, and once again commands the authority of humanity. Every kindness and grievance from the past receives its answer now. Those who protect the human race will be honored, while those who betray it will face judgment. Her return is no empty ceremony. Within 3 days, every major sect and powerful family must gather its forces at the imperial city and await orders. The throne belongs to its rightful ruler again, and war is coming. The decree summons Neil, leader of the Supreme Sword Sect, together with the first elder and every disciple under their command. All must reach the imperial city without delay. Beside me, Tina's decision is already firm. Dad, this is something that must be done. The divine lands have suffered beneath the evil clans for too long, and even a loyal minister like the frontier general dies unjustly because of them. Her return to the throne is only the first step. Tina remembers her own death beyond the domain, and every old grievance now points toward the evil clans. All of this must be repaid. The strongest powers of humanity will gather under one banner, and our army will attack the evil clan's homeland. The shame and blood of the past demand vengeance. Before the assembled soldiers and comrades, the restored female emperor declares her return. Soldiers of humanity, comrades who still carry the wounds of these years, your empress stands before you again after 20 years. Every humiliation, every sacrifice, and every hardship suffered by the human race has been witnessed. The demonic clans believe humanity remains weak enough to torment, but that age ends today. Their power must be broken, their crimes answered, and the enemies beyond the domain driven down once and for all. The gathered strength of humanity now turns toward its oldest enemy. For all these years, my artistic conception remains incomplete, forcing me to seal the demon clan instead of destroying it. That limitation no longer exists. The artistic conception of love is finally complete. Everything appearing beneath this sky reaches its conclusion today. The ancient seal begins to open, and the disturbance shakes the surrounding world. Something immense strains against the power that has imprisoned it for years. So the seal is finally opening. The commotion is greater than expected. A burst of wild laughter erupts from within. At last. Freedom is mine again. The sealed demon steps back into the world, believing its long-awaited revenge has arrived. The demon recognizes me the moment its seal opens. Hatred twists its face. Leon, you damned human. Without your sneak attack, this sovereign never remains imprisoned for so many years. The accusation earns only contempt. I answer, a sneak attack. If my subordinates show no mercy, you never survive until today. It bares its teeth. Today brings your death. This sovereign will destroy your household and torture everyone carrying your blood. Your daughter will suffer most. Threatening me is foolish. Threatening my family destroys every remaining chance of mercy. I step toward the creature as its power floods the land. Long imprisonment feeds its arrogance, but changes nothing between us. I decide the seal opens today only because the demon's existence is finally ending. No threat against my family deserves negotiation. I face the demon and answer, you are not qualified to touch them. It attacks with complete confidence, yet my power crushes everything it releases. The demon staggers backward. How is this possible? Your strength reaches such a level. Its shock moves me no more than its threats. I study its weakened aura. Years inside that seal bring you no improvement. Recognition finally enters its eyes. You step into the heavenly realm? Impossible. This cannot be true. I let the pressure around me answer first. The truth stands before you. Refusing to believe it changes nothing. We have exchanged enough words. I gather the force needed to erase it completely, then glance toward Tina. Tina, stay back. Dad handles this one. The demon tries to recover its stance, but the battle is already decided. Elsewhere on the battlefield, Olivia faces another force of evil clansmen alone. Their leader marks her as the final obstacle. Saint Olivia, no one is coming to save you now. You are already the last powerful defender remaining here, and today becomes the day of your death. The demons close in, certain that her resistance is finally ending. The saint refuses to yield. Never. As long as one breath remains, these evil demons will not escape from here. The demon laughs. All of you, attack. Across the battlefield, the evil clansmen receive their order. Their leader points toward Olivia. Capture her alive and dedicate her to the evil god ancestor. Before they close in, Tina lands beside her mother and raises her weapon. Mother, let your daughter help. Olivia turns in astonishment. Tina, it is truly you. Why are you here? Olivia immediately senses how far her daughter has advanced. Tina's cultivation has already reached the god transformation realm at only 14 years old. My Tina has truly grown up. Your father clearly cultivates you well throughout these years. Tina proudly confirms it. That's right. Olivia's relief gives way to concern. Then your father is safe as well? Tina reassures her mother with a secret from the past decade. Dad behaves honestly the entire time and never goes outside looking for trouble. Olivia laughs in relief. Good. Otherwise, once this war ends, he will kneel on the washboard. Their reunion enrages the watching demon. Ridiculous. This is no place for a touching reunion between mother and daughter. The demon lunges with murderous force. Your deaths have arrived. Die. Olivia takes the blow, but remains standing. There is no serious injury. Seeing her mother hurt transforms Tina's expression. You hurt my mother. Now watch carefully, because death is coming for you. Her sword moves with terrifying precision. One life falls every 10 steps, with no obstruction across 1,000 miles. The demon cannot follow the technique. What sword art is this? Tina gives its only answer. The sword art that kills you. The enemy collapses beneath her blade. No, impossible. Even Olivia is stunned by the exquisite swordsmanship and overwhelming power. Leon appears to be a mere mortal, yet somehow he teaches their daughter a technique beyond imagination. Across the battlefield, the remaining evil clansmen still trust a century of gathered strength. Their leader spreads his arms and roars. Humanity is insignificant. Today begins the final battle. Counterattacks tear through his formation, turning triumph into screams. My wife coughs and reaches for our daughter. Tina, be careful. Before another strike lands, I cross the battlefield and release my pressure. You injure my wife and daughter, yet still expect to survive? Tina turns first. Dad, my wife looks toward me in relief. Leon, I steady them both. You endure enough, leave everything else to me, my wife warns. Husband, those enemies are the 8 ancestral witches. Their combined strength is terrifying. Her concern lasts only a moment. She smiles and adds, still, your wife trusts you. The witches laugh at the mortal standing before them. I let heaven and earth answer my presence. Then ask, does this resemble mortal strength? Their laughter stops as the entire battlefield bends beneath my power. With the 8 ancestral witches surrounding me, the laws of heaven and earth answer my words. Heaven and earth profound and yellow. The universe stretches vast and desolate. The enemies stagger beneath a power they cannot understand. What kind of force is this? Names and principles flow through the world, each phrase becoming an authority beyond their comprehension. Truth may be spoken, but it is not the eternal truth. A name may be given, but it is not the eternal name. The nameless is the beginning of heaven and earth, while the named is the mother of all things. Terror replaces their arrogance. No, what power can possibly do this? Endless divine fire engulfs them before escape becomes possible. Within this boundless flame, every one of you will be completely destroyed. The 8 ancestral witches vanish inside the inferno, Behind me, humanity's defenders erupt in relief. We won. The battle is won. Once the enemy disappears, Olivia finally turns toward me. Leon, all these years bring more hardship than words can express. My absence from the front line still requires an explanation. The reason I cannot come sooner is because she stops the confession before it begins. It is fine. There must be something important that needs to be done. Nothing else matters now. Olivia, I miss you very much. Her answer is quiet and immediate. The feeling is the same. A deliberate cough interrupts our reunion. Tina stands nearby, waiting to be remembered. Mother, Dad, both of you are forgetting something important. Tina points out the obvious problem. Your daughter is still standing here. What happens next is unsuitable for children. Without this reminder, Dad and Mother are clearly about to kiss. Her prediction is completely accurate, and Olivia cannot deny it. I find a direct solution. Then Dad will send you elsewhere. Stop interrupting us. With a wave, I throw my daughter away from the reunion. Her furious voice fades into the distance. Where are you sending your own daughter? Leon, you truly are Tina's real father. The battlefield finally grows quiet, leaving Olivia and me alone together.